Right guys, last time I got one of these batteries and I opened it up and basically got it for these meters because every time they were running out. So I thought this is a USB chargeable, so you can always, put the USB cable in there once you leave the room, and once it's charged, you're ready for the next day. And once I opened it up and I found out that the battery inside, let me just open it up again and show you what was inside. And this was on AliExpress. I suppose not a surprise, yeah, because AliExpress has got different people selling on there, and they're not going to check everything they're selling. So basically what's happened here is the battery, let me get a close-up on that for you. See, why isn't that focusing? Yeah, there we go. It's basically a 1200 milliamp, and it's a 3.7, so probably it's got a buck booster in there. Oh, that boosts the signal up to 9 volts. So that was a bit of a disappointment. So from, as you can see, it says 6800 milliamp. So I thought this would last longer, but 12 is better than nothing, I suppose. And these were, I think I got 2 of these for around about £9 to £10 on AliExpress. So what I'm going to do is try to put this inside the meter. And let me just get back to the other camera, and then I can show you what I did on the other one. These ones are like laptop batteries. I'll link 2 of them into there, and just soldered the ends of the 9-volt battery on there, and so I can charge this up as well. So that's been doing okay. And plus I put a little button on there as well, so when I was on somewhere like homes or something, and if I just forget, otherwise I have to go all the way down, which I didn't like, and I'd rather leave it there and then just switch it off from here, and then when I switch it back on, it's on the same where I want it. So let's see what we can do with this now. We'll open it up and see if we can change it to the other one. Just one screw. If it's got room in there, so we might be lucky enough. I did drill 2 small holes in there just to get the wires out, because I didn't want to make a big hole in there. Okay, so let's get that out. And basically I kept all the wiring, so I didn't and let me just get that in the way. I kept all the wiring as it was because I didn't want to basically destroy anything out of there, so that later if I did want to return it back to the battery. Let me just get the close-up on that. Yeah, as you can see there, I've got it in there with these connectors. So if I just take the connector off, it's going to come off. That's a bit stiff. Oh god, right, okay, why is it so tight? There we go. Yeah, basically, so if I did want to put the battery back in, I could. Now I'm going to see if I can do the same, something like that with this as well. So if I can get that back in there, let's see if I get that in there. I'm not doing a good job here, am I? Right, so that's that, and the meter's working, that's fine. Okay, so the only thing now I need is this part to be facing upwards. Let's see if I can get that in there. I might be able to. Let me see how wide that is, if it's wide enough. Is that wide enough? Nope. Okay, so that will not sit in there properly. Okay, so if I keep those wires as they are, let's get this off the battery. Right, okay. I think what I might have to do is solder some wires onto that. Let's just get this sticky pad off. I'll just put that on the side for now. Right, okay, so if I do that there, will that go in there? No, so it's got to be on the side, something like that. But let me just see if I can get the height right as well. Just don't want to be fiddling about and then find out you can't shut it. Okay. Yeah, I think we might be able to get that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the wiring a bit longer first for this, so that we can get the connections in as they are. I might actually just solder this one on. Yeah, that might be the easiest way of doing it. I think what I'm going to do is get one of these connectors and solder that on. Let me see if I've got one. Yeah, I have. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we have okay, we'll fit with that in a little while. Right, so these has got to get connected on there. So that's the positive and that's the negative. So what we'll do is take these off. Let me get something underneath here so we don't burn the bottom. Right, okay, let me just switch on this other light so we can get a bit more light on there. Right, I don't know if you can see that yet there. What I'm going to do is basically desolder those. Let me just get my soldering iron right here. And desolder, put it on there. Right, that one's gone, that's good. And that one's gone too. Right, so that's come out all right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, that's the ground and that's the other one, so that's fine as long as we know which one's which. The ground, yeah, I'm going to solder that one in there. Just get some solder. Okay, soldered on all right. Yeah, that's fine. And let's get the other side now. Right, that one is, need to take a bit of solder off there. Right, usually that works, but this time it didn't. Okay, never mind. What I'll do is, yeah, there we go. I think it's gone through, is it? Yep, it has. Okay, so we'll push that one in there and get that soldered. Right, I don't know if I'm doing it. See that? I'm not. All right, okay. It's not a brilliant shot, but let me see if I can get it on the other camera. No, that's gone too bright. Okay, so well, let me get this camera a bit more closer, see if you can get a better shot. Right, okay. Oh, we just got to do the one on the end, the positive now. Oh, that was brilliant. I just dropped out. I'll just put it on there and just push it through. I think that'll be the easiest way of doing it. There we go. And let me just put a little bit more on there, solder. Yep. Okay. So that's that done. Just to make sure everything's okay, I'm going to plug it in. Oopsie, wrong way around. Let's do something wrong, don't I? And let's see if that is okay. That is a bit odd. Did I short something, or is my connector not working properly? Okay, not a problem. What we'll do is I don't know if they labeled it wrong, because if I look on here it says positive. I don't know if you can see that. Positive there, and this is ground on the other one, so there's no way you can mess that one up. Let me just check on the soldering. Yeah, that pad is just there. There is nothing else connected. Let me just see if it's shorted out or not. Okay, let's get the other meter and check if the voltage is coming out of that or not. Right, we'll put it on DC. So if we go on the ground, .6. That is really odd. Right, because we've got like 5.6 coming out of there. And let's see on this side, are we getting 5.6? And that's the positive and that's the minus. Okay, 5.6. Okay, so why was it us giving 9 point something on that? Okay, never mind, maybe we need to charge it up. So what I'll do is I'm going to charge this up just to make sure, because on 5 volts it's not even coming on, so I don't know how good these are. So I'm gonna put that in there and see if I can get a extension cable here that we can charge it on. Or what I'll do is let me charge this up and then I'll come back. Okay, let me just get that out of the way. Okay, so let me stop that there. Right guys, what I've done wrong was I did put the wires in the right way around in there, but we need them the other way around because we're going to be using the opposites to connect together. So when we're connecting, we're doing like negative to positive and positive to negative. So what I need to do is unsolder these and swap them around, and I've charged the battery up as well, so we'll have to just swap them around. That one's out. Out. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so let me just get something under there. We start down the mat. Right, so that's all cleared out, and what we need to do now is put the ground one onto the positive one, because we're going to be using the connector opposite way round. Let me just get this out of the way, and let me just put this other mat underneath. Right, so we got the ground, so we're going to put the ground on the positive one like that, and we're going to put the positive one on the ground, and then we'll plug it in and see if that works first, and then after that we'll start doing the rest. Right, here we go. Let me just bring that. Right, okay, there we go. So let's put a bit of solder on both of them. Yep, okay. So let me just see if I can get that a bit closer. Yeah, so that's all soldered on there now. So what we'll do is now we'll plug it into the meter and see what we're getting. And if it comes on, then we're okay. That's connected. Switch the meter on. I don't know if you can see that. Hang on, where am I? Yep, there we are. Yeah, the meter's okay. So we've got that there. That's fine. So the meter's running fine now. So we've got all the wiring where we need it. Right, now what we're going to do is, I think I might have to extend these other wires as well. And this one, keep doing this stuff again and again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to keep making mistakes again and again. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to chop it off basically about here, because we don't want it that long either, because the wire will be all over the place. So we'll chop that there and there, and solder that in. Take it out again. It doesn't. Right, the only thing now is I'll have to take all this off. Tape the heat one. Right, I don't know. Yeah, it's come off. Right, okay. That's off. We just put that like that, so we can just connect the new wire where the other one is and just swap it around. So let me just put that there. It doesn't fall about. Okay. Brilliant. Right, okay. Let's get that one off. Yeah, that's come off. Good. Right, let's put this one on. Don't want to take too long on doing this one because don't want to overheat the battery. So these solder lines quite good for that. Yeah, that's that one connected. Right, let's get the positive one out. Right, the positive one is out, and we get the positive wire there, and see if we can get that in there. That should have done it. Yep. Okay, let me just check. Yeah, that's fine, and that one's fine. So we just put this heat resistant tape back on. Right, okay, so now what we do is, let me just get a wire stripper. I just need to get the wires right there and the other one. Right, so we've got all that. I'm just going to tint it with the solder. Right, so hey, this camera is not focusing that good. Okay, so is that going to focus? Let me see if I can get the camera a bit more in. Maybe then it starts focusing in. You're right, okay, there we go. So I will take the positive one off. There we go, and put this one on. That's that one done. And the negative one from this side, and we put the negative one on that one. Okay, so I'm just going to test that again and see. Right, let me see if I can put that in now. See one way around. Lovely job. All right, okay, there we go. So let's test if that is working. Yeah, the meter's working, as you can see. So what we're going to do now is, right, okay, so we just put that in there now, and what we're going to do is try to see if we can get this in there in a way that everything fits in. So that's fine there. So if we can get that wire somehow squeezed in that kind of fashion, that everything is in there like that. And let me just check the meter is running. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let me see if I can get the lid to shut first before I do anything else. Right, the lid will shut fine, so that's okay. So there's no problems there. So what we will do now is see if we can get that piece there. I'm just going to take it off again. Right, so what we want now is this to be just there. What I'm going to do is get a pencil or something there to mark that bit out and see if we can have a marker or something. Yeah, that will do. Right, what I'm going to do is mark where that is. Right, about there. Yeah, so basically we have to take this piece out, just a piece round about there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a drill piece that is about the same size as the connector, so then I'll just have to file some bits off it on the sides. Let me have a look if I have got a drill piece that is about the same size. I don't want to make it too big. Thickness. Okay, yeah, so if you look at this one, I think this both, you know, the connector is about the same thickness. So if I make a hole in the middle, well, one there and one on the other side, and see what happens, and then we can start filing away. Okay, let me get a piece of wood. So what we're going to do is just drill through one side there. Okay, that's that bit done. Let's go for the other side. Okay. So that's the two-piece sides done. And let me just get you on the other camera so I can show you what I've just done. So I've just made the two holes there, as you can see there. And what I'm going to do is try to cut it off with these pliers, the center bit. Yeah. Okay. Right, if we look now and see that is not still right size. So I'm going to get a file. I'm going to file that piece straight here so we can get a bit more space in there. That's a bit tight. Okay, but no. Okay, so I think I might have to do it with like a blade. So because the file's not going in, so I'm going to just cut it off like with the blade. Yeah, that's fine. Let's cut it off. Right, So I don't know if the file will go in there now. Yep. So if I just do the sides, so that we've got a nice little even side, so I don't want it too big. Okay, let's have a look now, see what the difference is. Right, okay, that is a bit of a difference, so that's going to be a bit of a... Right, the only thing I'm worried about now is the thickness of the plastic, if that's going to let it go in or not. Because that is not sticking out much. So, okay, never mind. Let me see if I have a round file. Okay, let's look for the round file. Have we got a round one? Yeah, we have got a round one. So if we use the round one, so that would make it a bit longer than what we need. Okay, let's have a little look now if that will go in. No, a little bit more work to be done. Okay, shall we try it again? See where we are. Right, slight bit more. Need to go down. Okay, let's see now. See if we can get it in there. Right, okay, so we've got to make it wider a bit more. That's that side. Let's get that side down a bit. Okay, so we've cut that bit out. Let's see if we are there where we need to be first. Let me try from the top end. Yeah, just it's tight, so we need a little bit more on the bottom side. Okay, let's see where we are. You got in there or not yet? Yeah, still needs a little bit more. I think what's happened is the file is got the plastic bit in there now, so I actually need something like a wide brush or something that I can get the plastic off it. Okay, that looks about right. That's a bit. Okay, that's all out the way. Let's see what happens now. We get that in there. All right, we need to get a bit more of the sides off. Okay, so give it another try. Okay, we're nearly, yeah, we're there, I think. Yeah, we got it there. Okay, let's see. Yep, is that fitted in? Looks like it. Okay, from that side. Now what I'm going to do is just clean it out a little bit more. So on this side is not as same as the other side, so Okay, so that should be okay now. That should fit in nicely. Yep, just get that in there. Yeah, there we go. So we've got it in there now. So what I'm going to do is put this battery in like that next to it, and I'm going to use a little bit of the hot glue gun just to put the hang on. So I hope that is enough wire there. Let me just get a little bit of hot glue. Right, the hot glue gun is heated up, so let's see if we can get that in there now. So we push a little bit on that side. Get that there. I'm just going to put some on this side as well, so it stays in its place. It's not hot as I want it, but okay. I don't want that too much on that side because it's got to keep it in there. Okay, and put some on there so it doesn't move about. Actually, it's moving about anyway, so hang on. Just a little spider on there. Okay, so that's holding that fine. Let me just get a little bit more on this side. Okay, some glue. And here we go. Right, okay, that's all in there now. That shouldn't move when we stuck it in. So basically I've just put some, I don't know if this camera's going to focus in or not, or let me just get it on the other camera. So we've glued it in there. Got a little bit on the sides. I might have to take that off, might not fit in properly. Okay, so that's all done now. So let's connect this and see what happens now, if it works. So we've got the 9-watt battery, so we don't have to keep taking it in and out all the time. Okay, so that's going to make a pain for us, looks like it. Is it? Yep, not fitting in properly. Okay, so might have to, typical, isn't it? Want something to be okay, always gives you a problem. Okay, let me see if I can get that in where I need it. Right, that's it. So what we'll do now is close it all up and then try the charger in there and see if we've done the job or did we make it worse. Well, at least we didn't destroy the connector on the other side, so we will still be able to The only thing is, if you want to go ahead a bit more, do a little bit more than this, you can always solder like a LED and make a little hole on top, I suppose, up there, and just get the LED coming out so you can see what's happening. Just get this in. Right, here we go. Yep, the meter is working. That's good. Let me just check it on the continuity mode and get some leads in there. And I'm not sure, you might not be, because my mic doesn't pick up when I'm doing the beep sounds. Yeah, that's fine. So we're okay with that. Right, the other thing now, what we need to do is see if we can plug that in. So all we have to do is now, yep, and as you can see, we have the red light shining right through it, so that we didn't even need to get the light coming out. Let me just put my hand around it, and you can see it's charging. So we leave it there for a minute. Hang on, let me just get, oh, that's going to get in the way. Okay, so we got the meter charging. Once that goes green, and we know, or we could even leave that in there actually. Let me see if I leave that in there. Let me get onto the other camera. Yep, okay. So we're there. Do we need, yeah, that shouldn't make no difference actually. So if it charges up, we know it's charged up, and once it's charged up it'll go green. Yeah, so that's already, well, the green light, you can't see the green light much, but I can just faintly see it, and just take it out. So the red light, at least you can see. And if you really want to go a bit more than what that is, so if I look at that now, I've got a multimeter that I can just put the USB-C connector in there. Let me see if I can get a bit more closer. Keep going on the wrong sides, don't I? Let's see if I can get that to focus. I'm in luck with these cameras at the moment, so yeah, there we go. So we can plug the USB connector straight in there. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. And as you can see, as I plugged it in, it's gone red. So that means it's charging. So I'm going to give it a go, see how long this battery lasts for before I have to charge it. So that's okay. That was a quickie little job. So anyone ordering these, well, it would have been good if they were 6,800 milliamps. That way it would have been a bit better. Well, that is that for today. I thought I'd do that, just put it in the meter, and then we got a meter basically with the USB charging port on it.